But anyway, we're going to watch this video right here. This unsettling detail has everyone talking. Because it looks like they're going to talk about the aliens as well as some other... Oh, my mouse. Stop. Losing my mind. Okay, so this is called This Unsettling Detail Has Everyone Talking. Slapped Ham. And we'll make sure to... I'll post a link to the video. Let's go ahead and check out this video. And see what's up, right?
See some of the scariest videos floating around the internet. Let's check them out.
Oh boy.
Hi TikTok world, I was just...
TikTok user Parents Are People Too is usually known for sharing lighthearted content, including random skits and snippets of their daily life. However, a recent video posted by the user has left their followers feeling a little unsettled.
What the hell?
In the video, the TikToker is seen lying in bed when they notice a bizarre pattern appearing on their curtains.
Somebody's pushing it.
That's uncomfy. That's like actually my nightmare.
It almost looks like several tiny hands reaching through the material.
Blowing, but what the hell?
See, I want to know if she has a cat, first of all, right? So that's like your instinct is like, oh, it's a
To further
cat.
debunk any suspicions, the user goes on to draw the curtains at the end of the video.
Doesn't that look like a face?
Like, this is like my nightmare, though. Like, I don't know if anybody... Well, let's finish the clip first, but I want to talk about this for a second afterwards.
Revealing there's nothing there. This act meant to assure viewers...
Okay.
Revealing that there's nothing there.
Sorry. So it doesn't look like there's any obvious transition there. Like, it doesn't look like there's like an obvious like cut on the camera, like there a transition or something could have been hidden. So it seems like that was a pretty seamless pull of the curtain right into nothing. So that's spooky.
This act, meant to assure viewers, only raises more questions. Could this strange occurrence be the work of a ghost, or is there a simpler, more rational explanation? As with many things on the internet, the truth remains elusive, and it's up to the viewers to decide what they actually believe.
Yeah, okay. So, and see, I love Slapped Ham because like they're really good at like finding clips. Like, I mean, I guess we could like look into it ourselves. But, like, you can usually take his word for it. Like, this was a video shot by a user who doesn't do paranormal content. They just do like silly, goofy like camera stuff mostly. And so like this is like a one-off video like in their entire feed of like a weird thing happening, which doesn't mean it's true, but it gives a bit more credibility because like there are TikTok accounts dedicated to like, it's like, oh man, we live in a haunted house. Look at all these scary things happening. It's like, I mean, anybody that has like a dedicated account just to their haunted house, it's like, it seems a little sus. But like when it's kind of just like a one-off video from somebody who like does nothing else paranormal, it does make you pause a little bit. Law says, yikes, no thanks. Seems to threaten with holy water. Says, can't hear anything in the video caught. I'm watching the stream while playing Warframe. Says, Slapped Ham of Danger Dolan fame? Danger Dolan? Dare? Starts as, that is terrifying. Yeah, that's uncomfy. And I was going to say that reminds me of a scene, and I don't know if anybody has seen this movie, but there's an old horror movie that like haunted my nightmares as a child called Wishmaster, which was basically like about like an evil genie essentially. But there's a sequence that's basically ruined my ability to take normal showers. Where like the woman's like, she's like taking a shower, and she's got like these like kind of like these like heavy dark shower curtains. And then like while she's like in the shower, like this like face starts like pressing into the shower curtain, and like these like hands kind of start coming in, like they're gonna like grab her through the curtain. And that, like, I can't remember anything else from the movie, but that one scene like lives in my head, and just about every time I'm showering, like that scene will come into my brain, And I'll be like, It's like, it's got to the point where, like, I've always had, like, I have to have, like, translucent curtains. Like, I need to be able to see if there's a shadowy form on the other side of my curtains at all times. Like, I need to know if something's coming at me. Like, it's like that. It's like a deep-seated paranoia of me to, like, see, like, shapes moving through curtains. I hate it. Unless that's terrible. Yeah, that was like, I mean, I can't say that was a great movie. Personally, but that was a great scene because it's never left my head. But anyway, on to the next one. True crime. Okay. But no, they do a lot of. Wait, is this like a new? Oh, he's advertising for his new YouTube channel. Fair enough. That really threw me off.
Tammy Giamatti, a Texas native and paranormal investigator, has long believed that she's haunted. Known on TikTok as the Haunted 136, Tammy's on a mission to find evidence that could substantiate the strange occurrences she's experienced throughout her life. Tammy frequently...
Right, so this is an example of, like, I mean, just off the bat, like, the fact that, like, this is an account dedicated to horror, like, paranormal content inside her house, immediately makes me a little suspicious. Like, it kind of raises my hackles just a little. Because anybody that's trying to farm content, specifically of, like, their own personal hauntings, like how haunted do you have to be really to get, like, regular TikTok content, right? Anyway, that's just my thought.
Posts intriguing CCTV footage from her home that's left many viewers both puzzled and
that fridge moved.
This first clip shows a cupboard containing a collection of dolls. Take a look at what transpires.
Okay. Opening door. Kind of spooky. I mean, the cat reacts.
Another video captures a newly purchased antique desk.
Okay, the lid's lifting up on it. Yeah, there's a little orb in the corner. That also
Here
kind
we
of
see some footage captured in the bedroom of the home.
See, it's like this kind of stuff that's like...
Yet another clip shows a bedside lamp seemingly spinning all on its own.
I mean, these are all things that could be so easily faked is the problem, right?
Things take a darker turn when a vintage doll is seen moving on camera.
Because, like, a lot of this could be wires. I mean, especially because, like, a lot of these things are, like, lifting and moving in, like, the exact same way, where it's, like, they could easily have, like, a pulley system that they're just, like, repurposing to, like, lift up all these things. So, like, the resolution on all this footage is, like,
to cap
not
it all
great.
off, a crucifix on the wall is captured moving, as if something's attempting to turn the cross upside down.
Again, I mean, that's...
So could Tammy be haunted by a malevolent presence? The moving crucifix has led some viewers to suggest that the entity haunting her may be demonic in nature.
Sure.
Tammy's footage has certainly stirred up a hornet's nest of speculation and debate among her followers and the wider TikTok community. While some viewers are convinced that the footage is proof of paranormal activity, others remain skeptical, suggesting that there may be more mundane explanations for the strange occurrences. As a paranormal investigator, Tammy's no stranger to skepticism, and she continues to search for definitive proof that can substantiate her experiences. Whether or not one believes in the supernatural, the footage shared by Tammy is undeniably eerie, and will continue to fuel further discussions about the existence of ghosts and other paranormal phenomena.
Yes, I mean, this is just highly suspect to me, because for one, it's an account dedicated to, like, recording this kind of stuff. Two, like, it's like very low resolution footage. It's black and white footage, which, like my thought is, like, if this is, like, something you're genuinely trying to prove, like, beyond a shadow of a doubt, you get cameras with, like, really good quality. Like you get, like, I mean, you don't have to get like 4K cameras, but you get like at least like HD cameras. Like, you can get HD cameras for pretty cheap these days. And like, you can get HD color cameras. You can set them up everywhere, and then you bring that footage to me, and then I'm a little more interested. The fact like this is like grainy footage, it's all just like objects moving, which is like super easy to fake with like usually like piano wire, like, and just be like have a pulley up on the ceiling and just like be like kind of like lifting stuff up. I mean, even the where was that? Like this, like the lamp that's kind of spinning. That could easily be just like a little like motorized device. Like, it's so easy to hide that. And it's also like it's really convenient that like wherever like they have the cameras placed, like they're moving the cameras around, but like it's always this like just happens to be where like where something happens. Like, I mean, it's a little suspect. I don't know, guys. She has all this old stuff, so it's like it's got that janky horror movie feel to it. Fishing line is basically invisible. Yeah, exactly. Like it'd be super easy to like, at least like the stuff that's like in these videos like would be pretty easy to fake if you wanted to. So like it's kind of like, it's like what you'd expect a haunting to be. Exactly. Like it's all very, and like, and the other thing is like, because like, and like this is like, I mean, then you kind of have to get into like what is a ghost, right? But like for me, my general definition of a ghost is that a ghost was a person, right? It's like a dead person. And so then you have to like think of the motivations of like, it's like, okay, if I'm a dead person and I'm trying to get somebody's attention, I'm going to slowly spin this lampshade. And that's going to be my way to communicate. Like you hardly ever see like where like the ghost like picks up a pencil and like writes on paper like, hi, I'm a ghost, help, or something. Like, it's always just like moving random objects. It's like, what would be the motivation for that? Like, assuming it's human involvement. I mean, I guess there's other things that might not be human, but like, it's a whole thing. Anyway, I don't know about this one. I'm going to say unconvinced.
In a remarkable and controversial event, Mexican journalist and self-proclaimed
Aliens
UFO
in
expert
Congress.
Jamie Maussan presented what he claimed to be 1,000-year-old non-human corpses to Mexico's Congress. During the hearing,
yeah, here it is.
Maussan, speaking under oath, unveiled two thin bodies, asserting that this was the first time extraterrestrial life had been presented in such a form, and that it clearly demonstrated the existence of non-human specimens unrelated to any species on Earth.
Can I just add, no idea that this was actually presented in an official governmental meeting? I had no clue that these made it that far, and that really is so sad. Oh god, I love this Mexico story. No, yeah, sci-fi. We were talking about the whole Mexican alien things at the very beginning of the stream, going over articles. I mean, 95% chance it's bunk, right? I never want to say something's for sure a hoax, because there's always that little bit of a chance. But I mean, probably bunk. Let's be real. What if you're ghost haunting, you just write ooh on your table or some walls? What does that mean? It means you're haunted by a furry star. And there's nothing you can do. You just got to burn down the house and start over. Nothing else you can do. Applejack says they look like Party City decorations. Yeah, they're pretty bad. I mean, the weird thing is like, I mean, we were talking about this at the beginning of the stream, but like they are organic material. The problem is like they're starting to like break down the genome and stuff, and it's looking like it's like mostly human with like some random bits of like animal stuff like mixed in as well. Applejack says, "Oh, weird." No, yeah, like, I mean, and there's a whole thing like the guy that found these is like is kind of like an infamous like he's a known hoaxer, right? Like in Peru, like people know him as a hoaxer. Like this isn't the first time he's tried to do something like this. And so the fact like that guy of all people is the one who brought these forward just makes it even more suspect. So I mean, they're probably just fake. And somebody's like desecrated. Like, I mean, to be fair, like these are actually like probably 1,000-year-old corpses, or at least like parts of 1,000-year-old corpses that somebody else just decided to desecrate and try to make money off of, which is terrible. Really, really shameful.
According to Morsan, the bodies resembling the fictional movie alien E.T. were recovered underground in Peru
It's the
in
other thing, they look like
2017
AT.
and were
Like, come
found
on.
wrapped in algae, which helped preserve them.
Mhm.
Forensic expert and military doctor Jose de Jesus Zalche Benitez supported Morsan's claims by presenting scans of the alleged aliens to Congress.
Right.
He stated that the beings once had large brains and eyes and bore no relation to humans whatsoever.
Except they're like 80%
However,
definitely
Morsan's
human, but
claims have
okay.
been met with skepticism and ridicule. In
As well they should.
2017, he made similar claims about specimens recovered from Peru.
He's done this scam before. Why are people believing it now? It's just wasted effort. There's so many like other things that like actually have like real possible credibility to them. We're wasting breath on this. Let's just grind up ammonia, mix it with animal parts, and put it in a mold. Yeah. Says, hey, those are the answers to that one YouTube video. Those things literally could not move. Yeah, exactly. It's maybe Congress is bored.
Which scientists dismissed
yeah.
as mummified human remains.
Which they were.
Meanwhile, US
Stolen.
officials have been taking the investigation into UFOs and alien life more seriously. A Pentagon
Which is
office
good.
established back in 2022 to investigate reports of unidentified objects determined that most of them were unremarkable objects such as drones, balloons, and plastic bags. However, the department does admit that a small portion of sightings remain inexplicable and unidentified.
Exactly.
While the office has not found any signs of
there's real stuff out there that's actually mysterious, right? That is worth looking into. And we got to focus on that stuff because that's actually worth taking the time and money to look into. Not wasting it on fake ass alien mummies. Maybe this has to make a good Spooktober event. Yeah, I mean, the bone configurators should never allow them to move, so either they can float or played with like Barbies. Well, that's the other thing is like in the analysis post I was reading, the guy was basically saying that like the arm bones were so thin that like they couldn't survive in Earth's atmosphere. Like they would snap under like the pressure of like a gentle breeze. Like there it's and I guess you can make the argument like, oh, it's because they came from a planet with different gravity. It's like, well, they really came to a bad planet because it's like they shouldn't have landed on our planet because they could have looked at it and be like, oh yeah, that the pressure on that thing will kill us. It's like if we went to Jupiter. Like if we set foot on Jupiter, we'd immediately be like crushed by like the immense weight of gravity there. Like you'd think if something had like mastered interstellar travel, would be smart enough to be like, that's probably going to kill us if we go on that planet.
of alien life,
Anyway.
it has pledged to examine both recent and older reports of UFO sightings, due to pressure from a bipartisan group of lawmakers. Morsan's presentation to Mexico's Congress marks a significant moment in the ongoing debate about the existence of extraterrestrial life. Whether one views it as a groundbreaking revelation or a laughable spectacle, it's clear that the subject of UFOs and aliens continues to capture the imagination and curiosity of people all over the world.
Yeah, so
aquel tiempo.
highly suspect. I think we can
Puzzling
say.
piece of footage with unknown origin.
Hush, loading error. Great, Jupiter's a gas giant. I was just take step. Okay, all right, loading error. I admit there's several reasons we don't want to step foot on Jupiter. One is the gravity. Two is the lack of things to step on. Oh, would that be like the worst though? Like you think you're about to step on something, it turns out to be just gas, and you just like fall to the center of nothing and die. I'd hate that. Atune says that's how the aliens died. A hose farted. I mean, it's kind of. It's one of those things like, it's like that's like the one part of the story that checks out. It's like wow, these things are so small they would have like been killed by our atmosphere. It's like, well, we are technically looking at bodies, so like maybe they did get killed by the atmosphere. But anyway, mysterious creature sightings. I love these. These are fun. Let's check out what this one is.
Has surfaced on the internet, sparking curiosity and speculation among
The hell
viewers.
is that?
This version, uploaded to YouTube by user D's Dark Adventures, allegedly shows a mysterious creature
Whoa.
encountered by
Oh, Applejack, thank you for the subscribe. Very kind of you.
a jogger in a mountainous rural area.
What is that thing?
As the camera focuses on the path ahead, a strange-looking dark creature can be seen crouching on the pathway.
I guess that's like the head poking up. I mean, that's probably
As the
actually an
footage
animal.
progresses, the appearance of the animal seems to become increasingly bizarre, leaving viewers baffled about its identity.
I mean, I'm going to say that's actually something there. I guess it's just a matter of like...
Despite the video being shared widely across social media platforms, no one's been able to definitively identify the creature. Its strange appearance and the remote location where it was spotted has led to various theories, ranging from it being an unknown animal species to a creature from folklore, or even an extraterrestrial being.
Does the video...
Until more information becomes available or someone can conclusively identify the animal, the true nature of the mysterious creature captured in this footage will remain a subject of debate and fascination.
I mean, it's really funky looking. Like, it's like way thinner than I thought it was. Like when it first, like when he was like first pulling up, it's like this, like that could be like a, like I don't know, like a cow or something, like on like laying on its side, or like a deer or something. But like that's like way thinner. That's like kind of like, I mean, that's actually that's something that's really there. I love YouTube, by the way. YouTube has the ability to go frame by frame, which I think every video playing website should allow you to go frame by frame. That thing is like super... I don't like it. Like, I don't want to be a super judgy Jason, but I don't like this. It's super weird though. Like, I mean, that might, like, the more I look, it's like, that could just be like a person in a costume, I guess. But like, it's just like, it's like really hard to tell because like, it's like so black that it's like absorbing light. It's hard to like get any like fine detail on it. Maybe it's a fursuiter. It's probably just a furry. They're like passing out from like heat stroke because like they're in a fursuit in broad daylight. Claire says, the question I have to ask is why they didn't get close enough for their camera to focus. I mean, in this case, I can respect the realism of like, huh? Oh, thanks for, I gotta fix that still. I guess you got a double subscribe notification. I still need to fix that, sorry. But hey, welcome to the woods. That's so apt for once. Like, I mean, I can respect the realism of like, if you see like something like an unknown animal like on the side of a road, you probably don't want to approach that. Like that's just smart thinking. And so I can appreciate that he didn't want to get closer to it. But also it's so hard to tell what it is. It's like that could just be a person in a costume. Like I wouldn't get close to a TPH. Exactly, Applejacks. There says, look at the back. I mean, it could still be an animal that we have just not discovered. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing is like, there's tons of stuff out there we have no idea about. I mean, that's why like I think that like there could be something to Bigfoot, because it's real arrogant of humans to think that we've discovered everything on the planet. Like even that like the idea like we've discovered like all the big things. Because the ocean's full of horrifying nightmares that we could not ever comprehend. And I think there's still certain parts of the world that you could have that kind of stuff going on the surface. Like I think there's like jungles and forests that humans rarely go into. They're probably full of all kinds of crazy stuff. So I think the most terrifying things in the world for me is see more than, the ocean is the worst. Like, and the thing about the ocean is like, we know so little about the ocean. Literally anything could be down there. Like, I give tons of credence to like all of the crazy ocean stories you hear about. Like, there's so much stuff down there where it's like people could say they saw like anything and I'd believe them, just like on the carte blanche of like, it's the ocean. As soon as the video quality is kind of sus too. That's the other thing. Like, it's hard to tell what's actually going on there. It's a little iffy. But anyway, let's check out this next part.
Sticking with mysterious creatures, an eerie incident that occurred during a scenic tram ride in rural Indonesia has left tourists terrified and baffled. The unsettling event was captured on video and uploaded to TikTok by user Beast Traffineur and has since garnered widespread attention and speculation. According to reports, the driver had to stop the tram after spotting an unidentified black figure. This is what was caught on camera.
So there's authentic panic is happening.
Panic ensues as tourists can be seen running and screaming in the footage.
Yeah, so people are trying to get away from something.
In a chilling moment, a strange black shape is seen climbing up from the track and disappearing into the trees.
Okay.
Eyewitnesses claim that the shadowy figure emitted a sinister laugh before leaping away into the forest. The frightened reactions of the onlookers captured in the video indicate that something strange and alarming definitely occurred, but the true nature of the figure remains a complete mystery. The incident has sparked various theories among netizens, with some suggesting that the figure could be a known animal indigenous to the area, while others believe it to be a supernatural entity or even a hoax. Despite the numerous theories, no one's been able to conclusively identify the figure or explain the bizarre occurrence.
Okay. I mean, that one, there was actually something happening, I think. It's like, that was a lot of people freaking out. I don't know if that was anything necessarily paranormal or supernatural. I mean, that could have been like a guy. I mean, that straight just could have been like a guy in a cloak freaking people out on the road. I mean, it could have been like just a legit animal. I mean, like, I don't know what sorts of animals are in that region, but I mean, again, there's really not a lot to that one. It's like it makes it scream like, oh, this is a cryptid or something crazy. So it could have been an animal or just a creepy guy, especially if it was laughing. That's the thing is like, there's lots of things that make like a laughing sound. Like there are types of monkeys that do that too. Like,
before we take a look at some eerie CCTV footage captured in Shambles Market in York, UK.
It's a haunted bicycle.
Button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. Yeah. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos.
Yeah, honestly, guys, this is a channel worth subscribing to. They find some cool stuff.
Piece of CCTV footage shared by the Shambles Market York Facebook page has left many wondering if the historic market really is haunted. The post reads, "Yesterday, something very strange was spotted on CCTV, and this clip gives us the chills. Theories welcome. Has anyone else noticed peculiar paranormal activity around town?" The footage shows a riderless push bike eerily wheeling down an alleyway in the market, pausing for a moment and then falling over.
Okay. See, that would be a lot.
Has led some to believe that this is evidence of a ghost haunting the old market. York, UK is a city rich with history and famous for its reported paranormal activity. One famous ghost story from York is that of the Grey Lady, who's said to haunt the 18th century York Theatre Royale. Legend has it that she's the ghost of a nun who was bricked up alive in a wall in the theatre. She's often seen in the theatre's dress circle and has even been spotted by actors performing on stage.
That's the worst thing I've seen in the whole video. I hate it.
The mysterious movement of the push bike in Shambles Market be connected to the city's haunted past? Could it be the work of the Grey Lady or another of York's famous phantoms? Until more evidence emerges, the riderless bike will remain another mysterious addition to York's collection of ghostly tales.
I mean, to be fair, this technically could still be faked, especially because, like, again, the camera footage is like poor enough that you could hide a lot of stuff. This would be a lot harder to fake. Like, this would take like concerted effort, and especially like the fact like this has been like posted by like actual like official like Twitter of like Yorktown or whatever. I mean, not that they could easily be incentivized to fake some stuff, maybe to drum up extra tourism. It's a possibility, but you would hope that city officials would not be throwing hoaxes. You would hope. But I mean, again, like, it's like, this could be faked, be a lot harder to fake. The people sharing the footage would theoretically not have reason to fake. So, I mean, this could be a real thing that happened. Supposed the shadow looks sus. Well, I mean, I think this was supposed to be like broad daylight, so there's something weird about the shadow.
City's haunted past. Could it be the work of the Grey Lady or another of York's famous phantoms? Until more evidence emerges, the riderless bike will remain another mysterious addition to York's collection of ghostly tales.
Like, what
Has even been for another of York's famous phantoms. Until
like when you say shadow smell, like what do you mean looks sus about it? Just short a bike. It's a gray lady on the bike. She needed to touch grass. Well, says that would be difficult. Yeah. I'm just curious, like if you could elaborate, like what's looking off to you, Smo.
More evidence emerges, the riderless bike will remain another mysterious addition to York's collection.
I mean, there is like, I think there's like a puddle right here. And I think this was shot in daytime, but like it's a black and white. Again, it's black and white footage is the worst. I can make any bicycle move without any rider easy though. Sure, star.
Collection of ghostly tales.
Yeah, that one's interesting. So this is maybe the puddle. Yeah, it's just hard to tell because the film footage is like not great, and so it makes it's really easy for them to hide stuff if they're doing some kind of trickery. But it's also hard to say what's going on. I don't know. See, I know Slapped Ham does great good videos. I like Slapped Ham a lot. Definitely good stuff. I'm going to give that a like, because I enjoyed myself. We had a good time chatting together. Hey, thanks for watching this spooky reaction video. If you enjoyed this one, you may be interested in this video next.